Let's see. So, welcome to the chat. It says I have an excellent connection today. So that's good. You'll notice I've got a big spot that I'm trying to cover. Sorry about it. What can I say? These things happen. Um, I am sparing you all something quite distressing with this spot. I know Lily Allen recently publicly really slagged off anyone wearing these stickies, but believe you me, this is a PG-13 stream, so you do not need to see what lies beneath. Hello, Tony. Hello, Gary. How goes the leopard? Says Tony. Caprice says ahoy hoy. Hello, Caprice. Hello, Nige. Hello. Gary says the leopard's still in progress. Much detail, very much. Hello, Mark Hayward. Um, mm, mm, mm. Hello, Dom. Hello, Aztec. Everyone's names have gone back to normal now. Hi, Alex. Alex, I hope you've been okay in the heat. Hello, Twain and Lynn too. Yeah, the tech prayers are always needed. Star chin. I'm a bit like an urchin, but a star chin. For it is written that the machine god will aid us as we apply the sacred oils and grease. Somebody needs a monkey wrench somewhere. Say the prayers of percussive maintenance. David Gibb, bit of toothpaste on it before you go to bed. David, you don't pay for an individual star and then put toothpaste on. This is supposed to be the remedy. Oh yeah, the names. People clearly complained to YouTube, or was it a bug? I don't know. I don't know. So we've got my dear beloved Pew here, who's joining us for the stream, but I still haven't replaced the candle. So we're still burning through this beautiful Milton's Parlour, which I'm really sad about because it's one of my favorites. I'm yet to write to the candle shop to ask them if if they could do a special one. Yay, smells so good. Hello, Ken H. Welcome to the chat. So lovely to see you all. It's a bit weird. After last week where we had like 4 celebrity guests coming to chat on the channel, yeah, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, we used to do Fighting Fantasy Live before that. Um, so yeah, it's a bit weird. It's back to our little gang again. But of course, this evening, if you have a model that you're showing off or you'd like to join on the chat, you're more than welcome. If you look in the chat description, you'll be able to see an email address, grimdarkbuddies@gmail.com. If you'd like to come along and chat online, I will add you. That will allow you to log into the Zoom. Yeah, so I should say I am drinking from my own design merch with the help of Sean, who's one of our moderators. The Emperor inspects water bottle. I've been getting loads of pointers from YouTube basically saying you should do more self-promotion. Makes me feel really sick, but I thought I'd just see if it actually does a thing. I think it might link to this product in, I don't know what it will do. Anyway, apparently we're connected to Zoom Global Network via data centers in the United States. She's a bit mad, isn't it? So, yeah. Hello, Martin. Good evening. Managed to burn my shoulders in Swindon, says Haribo. That's not good. There are 30 people watching this evening. I don't know if anyone would like to come and chat. I'm going to have some water. I'm also wearing my Trench Crusade t-shirt. I'm fully branded up. So it's a really horrible t-shirt. If you like Trench Crusade, you'll love it. So this is someone in the Catherine's wheel willingly sacrificing themselves to allow this cannon to work. Look what they did to my favorite unicorn. This is a special staff t-shirt, I believe. I think it's because I'm special, because I'm working on a project. Have been doing a lot of work on Trench Crusade. If I'm not doing my normal job or looking after life stuff, like I'm basically just working on Trench Crusade at present. It's really hard for me to even the only time I can really read is when I'm on a train or a tube at the moment. And yeah, it's really hard. Although I did book an amazing interview. I had a great interview with Christian Dunn and we discussed the Primarchs recently. So that was pretty exciting. Um, but yeah. Which 20,000, which 2000 AD has a star on their chin? I cannot remember. Hello, good evening, Martin. Nigel went to college in Swindon. Love the Venetian style unicorn manticore. Lots of barbed wire in that TC artwork. Jeremy Corbyn unicorn. I'm not in the loop, probably because I should see it. I don't see every video, but can you say again what you're doing for Trench Crusade? I am editing the rule book at present, and I've been working with the team. I had an amazing interview with Thomas and James Sheriff. I went to Nottingham and we met in a pub that's actually part cave, part normal pub. And then I went to America for a conference and managed to meet up with Mike Francina and talk to him too. So the three founders were like, yep, you can edit the book. And it's crazy. I'm getting to work alongside people like um, Jervis, who did Blood Bowl, all these amazing people doing all kinds of different things. Very exciting stuff. So, what has everyone else been up to? I'm really worried because if it's just me chatting tonight, it's going to be very dull and miserable for everybody. So, does anybody want to come on and join? No stars tonight. We have the Stella Mr. Pugh and we have this thing on my chin as well. So, what can I say? 31 people watching now. That's exciting. This is like old school Games Workshop. So cool. Um, yeah, I'm really, yeah. I'm just wondering if we can still play a game if no one wants to chat or turn up. We can talk about books as well, obviously. Let's see. Can I, what can I do? Okay. No, I don't know if I can easily. I think I'd have to come out of Zoom and do a normal old school chat. Gary finished my 1/16 scale minis. That's such a good week. Historica Jamalda says Interceptor City was super good. Uh, I sent an email to Grimdark Buddy, says Haribo. Haribo, last time it was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it, when you popped on and just giggled at us? Let's see. Oh gosh, yeah, I should be checking the emails. Don't. There could be someone out there. Does everybody remember when we were playing a fighting fantasy game and the baddie came on the channel? What was his name? Oh, oh, crikey. So somebody called Liam Evans has popped a message in yesterday. Hello, Liam Evans. And then I see Paul Bailey. Hello. Okay, let's see. Okay, I feel I could regret this, Haribo. Okay, how do I invite? Invite. Here we go. Lovely. Thank you. And more for me for not for forgetting to check the flipping email. Intercept City Book Club is next week. Actually, I might need to address that because some of you may know I've been going through a lot of stuff. I care for a relative, and yes, there have been some very big developments this week, which basically mean if I'm not at work in my day job or working on Trench Crusade, I will probably be focusing on my loved one. So, yeah, I've got a feeling July and August are going to be absolute hell because I have a lot of work on both my jobs at the moment. And yeah, so I think we might have to just be careful around Interceptor City and see that I can manage everything without having a nervous breakdown. David went to see the Falkirk Wheel and the Kelpies this week. Colsey and Castle tomorrow. That sounds like an amazing holiday. Uh, Remy Sparkle Muffin. I've been listening to Galaxy in Flames. Oh, love it. Remember we were so naive. We were back at the Imperium. So Haribo, I have sent you an email. Haribo says he wants to talk about discovering 40K in Games Workshop and the weird and paradoxical tear because of the Christian upbringing. Crikey. Weighty topics being suggested by Haribo. Yeah. So if I'm seeming a bit scatterbrained this week, going through, I know I've always said this, but I feel like this is one of the worst. This is one of the worst months I've ever had. 100%, 100%. And it's crazy because so many lovely things are happening. Like, you know, we got to 10,000 and I got to see Dan at convention, and I've done Comic-Con and UK Games Expo, but in the background is just me working two jobs, feeling absolutely knackered, working till midnight many nights, and then loads and loads of personal responsibility. And yeah, it's just, I really want to celebrate the good stuff in my life, and I try to, but I feel like I'm always really burdened under the weight of other stuff. It's tricky. Interceptor Book Club is next, and then Night Lords, I think. Okay. Christ. Everyone send a prayer up to the Emperor. I'm going to admit Lord Bailey of Haribo, his name, and his spirit animals. Please, please, please be normal. Why would anyone on this channel be normal? That's not how we roll. I can see Lord Bailey's popped into the Zoom. Hooray! Hello, Haribo. How are you? You're ve you're very quiet.
Uh,
And you're going to need to mute the YouTube channel as well, or you'll be hearing echoes all over the World Wide Web.
yes.
That's better. We're receiving you loud and clear, Haribo. Welcome, welcome to Mirror Manga's Grimdark Buddy channel. Hooray! So, you've been watching the channel for a long time. You were there for the hotkeys, weren't you?
Yeah, scary long time.
Yeah. Well, um, oh, look, you're not showing up in the same screen as me. We sorted this out last time. Let's see if we can do it again. Can anyone see Haribo?
I seem to be slowing down. I'm
Oh,
oops.
Haribo's gone. Oh no, we are side by side. Yes, Caprice has said the hotkey. Wow, a real channel moment. That's great. I was watching like 10 minutes ago. So Haribo, oh, we've lost Haribo maybe. Your screen has gone black, Lord Bailey of Haribo.
Hang on. Oops.
I can hear a voice, but we see no vision. So what we could do while we're waiting for this is, as part of working with the Trench Crusade team, Alexander, who I used to work with on 28 Mag. We're both now too busy to work on 28, so we are dedicating all our time to Trench Crusade. Gave me Moomin Mystery Box, the adventure of 24 tea boxes. It's got some really great graphics on here. Look at that. So we're going to pick out a mystery tea today. They all come in cute little boxes with Hattie Fatners on. You're going to have to wait now, Haribo. So I'm going to pick out a mystery box. So, look at them, so cute. This is called Cool Story or Janna Jutu or Spana de Sac. So, and these little creatures are called Hattie Fatteners. And when I was little, I was so scared of them. And it's a little heart on each tea bag. So this is super cute. So I'm just gonna open it. Come for the Space Marines, stick around for the Moomins. There's a little tea label. It smells very fresh. I'm very nervous about what this is gonna be. Let's see if I can see it. Janta Jutu. It's in English on one side, you'll all be pleased to know. Cool story. It's called Black Tea with Apple, flavor of baked apple. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, Haribo, pretend to look interested, my love. Ooh, make like we're in a cooking program. Ask me about my process. So I'm gonna pop the tea bag. I should probably like loosen it out a bit. We can actually see the shape of it. There we go. Pyramids. Very
Oh
chaotic.
wow.
Yeah. Haribo, you're a natural. I've got some boiling water that I boiled earlier here. Well, it's just be off the boil now. Oh, I need to take the lid off. Sorry, first time I've done this. Made tea. How? And it's actually the flask is really hot. Can you guys see steam? So this,
Definite steam.
yeah, thank you for being the witness there, Haribo. So I have to be careful not to tip this over the camera. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should.
Don't let it loosen your star.
No, it could steam it off. So I can smell the apple already. I think this is going to be a really lovely one. I think there's only one of each flavor, so we'll let that brew for a bit. But yes, thank you for joining me in the Moomin Mystery Box, which will be a new segment as long as we have Moomin tea bags. So Haribo, when was the first time that you remember coming to the channel? Do you
Basically, my first experience was I I came across you via Arbiter Ian, sort of watching the two of you reviewing um the first Kane novel, which is my favorite Black Library book.
Oh, amazing. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed it was really great to see a bit of a sense of humor in the I think I was like kind of punch drunk from a lot of bad stuff happening. So that
Mm.
was a lovely light relief to get hold of. We should go back to Kane. We haven't had any Kane for a while. Um,
Yes, that's disappointed me a lot.
really? Oh,
I'm a massive Kane fanboy. Well, more of a Jurgen fanboy. I basically
yes,
Jurgen's my
Stinky
spirit
Jurgen.
animal.
So tell us how a boy with an evangelical Christian upbringing discovered 40K and Games Workshop.
Um, well, I was to some extent I was led astray by a friend.
Everybody
Um,
needs a friend. Ian was mine.
and yeah, I basically he lent me these two books. These are which I eventually had to give back to him because he probably would have ripped my arms off. But yeah,
Wow.
I actually ended up tracking down on eBay myself and probably paying a hell of a lot more than his parents did for him. And
Dare I ask how much they cost nowadays?
I believe I believe I picked them up for probably about 50 each. And I that was 5 6 years ago.
Oh, well, do you still play Warhammer with that same friend now?
No, I we've lost contact, which is a shame. We sort of basically we parted company when I was 17, and then um briefly got together when I was 21, but uh I was drunk all the time and he was stoned all the time, and we weren't depression compatible, and
Yes,
so we've parted company permanently after that.
those two things don't mix, but I'm on a sober journey, so I have to just tolerate everyone's nonsense. Stoned, drunk, whatever. I just have to get them home in a wheelbarrow at the end of the evening. So, what do you play now?
Um, I t I tend to be more about the right more about the sort of Black Library side of it, and attempting my own fan fiction, which is
Ooh,
um
come on, tell us more. What's the fan fiction about? Who are your central characters?
um well, it's kind of fighting a losing battle with it at the moment. Yeah, so I've diversified into other fan fiction subjects, and a few serious things I'm trying to write myself. But um the idea was I wanted a kind of Cold War British sort of Imperial Guard unit, and sort of like, I suppose, like cross between the Kane novels and Gaunt's Ghosts, with lots of 1980s moustaches and sort of
And
slight
David
action movie vibe.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
Love that. Well, you do have a creative imagination. I'm also noticing in your background, you've got camo, you've got
yeah,
50 pairs of boots, and you've got loads of dogs. Which
yeah.
ones, what are you going to tell us about first?
Um, right. Well,
Oh my gosh, I love it. I need to
right.
show, I need to,
This is my full out pack. So this is the official merch. Um, the dog meat. Um,
from Fallout, which I stream online sometimes. Hello, dog meat. This
and
is
yeah,
Forrest, my bunny.
he's got
I
some
just
little
thought
goggles.
very cute.
But yeah, I've I've named him Dustin, and he's a slightly cowardly character thing. He's very highly strung, quite capable, quite intelligent, but very nervous.
Haribo,
This is
let the dog see the rabbit.
oh yes,
Hey.
oh yeah. Ah, a bit of Paddy
Oh,
McGuinness.
this is the best. This is the best live ever. Okay, next dog, please.
Okay, this is my improvised dog meat. It's actually a wolf from a sort of animal sanctuary place. But he's the older full out free dog. I'm using him as the older full out free dog meat. His name's Bruce, and I gave him a little toy dog tag.
Oh, very cute.
Uh, this is size appropriate Jack Russell.
Yay, Jack Russells. They're a bloody nightmare. They never lose energy.
So this is full out Ringo, like the real world Ringo, except he's got black bits instead of ginger bits.
Cute. Next. This is
Uh, this is the
delightful.
this is the final one. This this is Bessie. She was actually my late grandma's. Yeah,
Oh,
my late grandma's dog. I sort of part of my legacy from her. She lost one. Bessie lost one of her wives at one point, so she got a little camo bandana as a patch.
oh, so she's got well that you know what? She's got a bit of the Magnus about her, and that's all right. Is it Magnus that
And
only has one eye?
but yeah, in sort of scale terms, using the dog meat as a, she's quite a huge dog.
Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't realize we would get to meet your spirit animals, but thank you so much, Haribo. I can see that the lovely Gary Pilkington said he'll pop in and show us his 1/16th models. So shall we
Ooh.
say ta-ra for now and save some more for another live?
Yeah, that sounds sensible. I think the people in your chat have suffered enough.
I think we're very lucky to have you, Haribo. You've always been a stalwart companion through our fighting fantasy adventures, and you allowed me an excuse to get Forrest, my bunny, out. So thank you so much.
Oh, goodbye, Forest. Nice to meet you.
Goodbye, dog meat. Goodbye, Haribo. And yeah, I think we'll see you next time.
Yep.
And Gary, I will send you the email address so you can come along. Okay. What do I do here? Copy the link. I'm going to send it to Gary. So Gary might come along. Yes, so a chap called Liam Evans, who's recently started their own Warhammer YouTube channel, has been doing a series where they read the Horus Heresy books for the first time, but attempt an in-world chronological order, then attempting to summarize the lore and my experience reading this. Very convoluted melting pot of a series. And so far, they've covered Valdor and the Last Church. If you'd like to have a chat about the Last Church, would be good to hear from you. Oh, so that'd be interesting. I always get worried about inviting people onto my channel who know way more about the lore than me. Have Ian for that. Um, Yay, that was very cute. Gary, let us know if you'd like to jump on and show us your minis. Neil says we should compile a top 10 mirror channel moments. Hotkeys, knifey, chair building. Chair building. I'm actually going to Finland, hopefully, God willing. That's another thing. I try not to ever leave the country because I'm so scared of anything going down while I'm away. But I've been invited to Finland for like 3 nights to go to RopeCon, which is a gaming convention in Finland with and Trench Crusade are going to be there. So yeah, I'm going to go to Finland, Tuona Lintu, Helsinki. I'm excited. What else? Oh, I'm doing a games convention on the 12th. So next Saturday. I'll see if I can show it to you. Or Games Transformed, it's called. I'm doing a panel. I'm doing some stuff I'm going to see if I can pull it up and share it with you. Games Transformed. I'm waiting for my own individual Instagram slide, but haven't seen it yet. Thanks, chaps. Oh, Gary's in the waiting room. Let's get Gary in. Here we go. Oh, I can see Gary's panels open. Gary actually has real life cat. So, oh, another
Yeah,
amazing shirt. Hello, Gary.
I've got many of these.
You
Great
need to send me some
questions.
of your old ones. I love them so much.
I hate to say, I've got an old one. The collar's coming apart on it. It's like frayed along the top, and I'm using that now to do yard work. So I don't think you want it.
Oh,
If I've got some that are old, that I don't really wear. Actually, you know what? I've got one that you might really like. It doesn't fit me because it's a large.
uh-huh.
And it might fit you though, because I don't think you're as big as I am. I don't think you're that tall. So maybe I'll send you that one.
That would be cool. I'll send you something back.
You
And then,
know, yeah. Are you familiar with the song Casey Jones that they do?
yeah, I am aware.
Okay, it's a Casey Jones themed shirt.
Ooh,
It has the train on it. It's got the lady in red. It's got,
what is it?
it's
Is it as colorful as this one?
oh, unbelievable. Yeah, and it's front and back too. So yeah, you'll have to get me your address or PO box or whatever, and I'll try and get it to you.
Yes, that's amazing. Well, thank you for coming back, Gary. You have can you explain to me? I don't know what 116 means.
116 scale is 120 millimeters. So if you look at your Games Workshops, they're like what, 28 to
Uh-huh.
32, right? Roughly. So this is more like, well, here,
They're tinier.
no, they're larger.
Oh, they're larger. Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay. Now
Yes.
I'll, yeah, I can't
Oh,
get that any closer because of the thing, but I don't know how well that shows up. Does it show up decently?
yeah, I can see it pretty well. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, it's zoom camera, but is that one of the models you showed us the other week?
Yes, this is
Very
finished
cool.
now. This one's actually finished. It
Nice.
is a German, um, basically a Feldwebel, a sergeant, that is female, is a woman, and is
Uh-huh.
part of the tank crew. And I, I'm thinking it's 116 scale, right?
Mhm.
So, okay, that should be easy to do the camo pattern, the actual camo pattern that Germans use these days.
Wow.
Well, it isn't. Let me tell you. I started trying to do that. And I was like, God, I'll be a year doing these things because it's a real tiny dot, almost like a dotted pattern with a few
Mm.
splotches. So these look more like um, U.S. Army, what were BDUs or battle dress uniform camo from like the 70s through the 90s. That's how they kind of turned out. So I'm like, you know what? I don't think anybody's going to care.
I'm just amazed that people give themselves these incredibly tough missions. So kudos to you, Gary. Looked great to
See,
me.
my essential tremor here is making her wobble a little bit, but
I can still see her pretty
that
well.
makes it difficult to paint, by the way, when you're hanging on to something and you get that tremor in your hand. But and then there's one more
Yeah,
here that's seated, and she's got the
nice.
hand up to the headphones, which all good tank crews wear because otherwise they wouldn't be able to hear what each other inside one of those things.
Yes.
Okay. And then,
Oh,
but I've got, since we're on the subject of dogs,
yeah,
every
of course we
military
are.
unit needs a mascot, right? So
Oh, yay.
there's a doggo, a 1/16 scale Great Dane.
Very
And he
nice.
is in scale to them. I mean, I looked at it when I first got it and I thought, he looks awfully big. But then again, Great Danes are really
Yeah.
big dogs. So I thought, big tank, big dog, that'll be fun.
I love how you pronounce dog.
Dog,
Dog.
that's my what Angie says the same thing. We're both from the New York, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Jersey area of the United States. And we say we drag those vowels out. So it's like dog,
Dog.
coffee,
Coffee.
law. Okay. Everybody that lives there says that. And even though I've lived here in the Midwest for God, how many years now? 30 some years, 30,
Mhm.
32 years or something. It hasn't gone away. And if I go
Oh,
back to Philadelphia, if I'm even there for 5 minutes, it's like, hey, yo, how you doing? Yeah, I'm from Philly. Yeah, yeah. What's going on? What do you do? Did you eat? No, did you eat? So yeah, it never goes away. And she still sounds like she's from New York. So, you know. One
oh,
last thing, and this is a tiny little Maschinengewehr Model Dry. It's the machine gun that goes on top of the gunner's turret.
yeah.
And
So I was going to say, I know enough now that this looks like a gun that would be mounted, not used as
yeah,
personal.
yeah, this is mounted, and it's basically the reason I got this was because the one that comes with was really Mickey Mouse. I mean, the detail on it was bad.
We need a bigger gun, more ordnance.
More ordnance, more DACA, right? Much more
Yeah,
DACA. So yeah, I mean this was one that was company. I can't remember the name of the company now that made it, but the minute I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's what it should look like. So yeah.
nice. Well, Gary, we're all hooked, like to see the final when it
Oh, the
happens.
vehicle and the yeah, well, I'll tell you, the level of detail in that tank is unreal. I mean, I've managed to get some stuff done, like the spare links are mounted on the front. I've got the smoke dischargers temporarily mounted on the sides, but they're going to need a little bit of work. And then there's things like tools, there's shovels, there's you know, towing cables. There's just a lot of detail. There's also handholds, individual handholds, so you can actually climb up on the thing and get up onto the turret. So there's all that kind of stuff has to be done. And last week I was focused on the minis. This week I've got a bunch of things I got to do, including an eye doctor appointment. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll
Well, you know what,
pick at it.
Gary? Why don't you pace yourselves? Because it'll probably take about as long as me to read Horus Heresy, and then we can both catch up like every week.
Yeah, well, like I said, if things go well, maybe Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, I'll start on the vehicle again.
Uh-huh.
I don't expect to have it done 2 weeks, maybe depends on how much time I have. So,
Okay. Well, we'll check in.
yeah,
Can you say Horus Heresy in your accent?
Horus Heresy, Heresy. That's
Very
I Horus.
Horus.
Sounds like horse. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. People are very offended that I call him Horace. Horus Heresy, which is a very posh name here in the UK.
Well, accents are a funny thing. I mean, like I said, when I first moved out here, people thought A, I talk too fast, which I don't think I do, but maybe I do. And it's like coffee. Yeah,
Coffee.
coffee. So
Coffee.
coffee. So,
Well, I can hear your amazing lady wife in the background.
yes.
Send her so much love
Oh,
from our channel.
water. We
Water.
actually say water.
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 Water in Philadelphia.
Water.
Daughter.
It's the only place that we say it in the world that says water.
Water.
I
Well,
can
I
can
like
run
it.
into anybody from Philadelphia. If they hear me say that word, they know immediately I'm from Philly.
Well, I have to be careful with accents because recently someone quoted Mira does the most horrible Australian accent ever, and I have to cop to that. So I'm being careful with my impersonations now. But so lovely to have you back on the channel again. And we'll catch up with you soon, right?
Yeah, just shoot me an address. I'll get that T-shirt out to you.
Yes. And figure out what you like back from the UK and we'll switch something.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. Take care, Gary.
See ya.
Bye. Okay. Oh, we have the nicest people on the channel, don't we? Darthera says, "Can I pet that dog?" Oh, and I look forward to the tank coming to its completion. It's going to be so cool. And I'm going to get an amazing Grateful Dead t-shirt. I can be a deadhead. Haribo says, "I miss having the space to do kit building. A mate bought me a Terminator 3 BMPT to build." What? Kent has got some tips for Gary regarding how to paint the camo. That's so nice. I love that. Oh, oh my goodness, Tony Holton's happy to pop in. Now, Tony makes me laugh so much. I would love to meet Tony in real life. Tony, I've sent you the Zoom code. It would be lovely to see you. Thank you very much, Kent, for offering to share a cutout. That's very generous. Thank you so much, everybody who's joining. If you're new to our channel, we chat about just random stuff, really. And we have memberships, we read books together, we play Fighting Fantasy sometimes. That's what I wanted to ask, actually. Are people missing playing Fighting Fantasy? Should we try and integrate that back into our Sunday nights? Do we want to continue just chatting? Should I be trying to get Sunday night guests? I know that Jordan Sorcery does. I feel like Sunday night is just rife with Warhammer chats and stuff. So it might be good to try and do something different, but let me know what you think. Aleph says MG3s are used as personal weapons too. Bloomin' heck. They must be so heavy. So heavy. Liam, if you did want to chat, ping me the Zoom thing. Just using my phone, but should hopefully suffice. Hello, Liam. We're just gonna see if the lovely Tony pops up, and then if we have time, I'll pop up the email address to you straight after, and we'll see. We can say a quick hello, even if. Okay, I can see Tony here. Something's happened to the visuals. A vote for Fighting Fantasy. Caprice misses it. Okay, Caprice, we can bring back some Fighting Fantasy. Maybe we can alternate or do an extra evening or something. See, Tony's in the Zoom, but his video is not connected yet, which is probably why none of us can see him. Yeah, I miss Fighting Fantasy a little bit too. Not the really tough books, but then I was worried that people were getting so bored of that. Dartha, it says, weren't we going to do a Rogue Trader Let's Play? I do have that on my computer, so we could try that for sure. Salad Day says, Fighting Fantasy was fun. Losing Limo says, honestly, not a problem. I'll fill a slot next week. Been rushing about today anyway. Okay, yeah. We'll do it when you're feeling good. Some very strange sounds coming from Tony's. Oh, lovely Tony.
Yeah.
We
Sure, I can't get the camera working.
Oh, well, we can hear you like a godlike voice emerging from the speakers.
Let's
God bless you,
try
Tony.
this. I think I've got it.
Oh, will a Tony emerge? There's a Tony! For some reason, It's stacking us oddly now. I don't know. Can people see Tony? Tony, say some words so the camera goes on you.
Hello.
Oh,
But I can't see what my camera's seeing, so it's making it a bit difficult again. I don't know why.
well, we can see you. How are you doing, Tony? What's going on? What are you up
I'm
to?
doing fine. Yep. Been doing a little bit more painting. Oops. Bit of wobbles there.
Don't you worry. Do you know what? The best people on this channel have got wobbles.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's an in thing, isn't it, with us? I
Yes.
thought, tell me if you can see this, that I would show you my cupboard of delights.
Yes, please, Tony. Take us to the cupboard. Thank you, everyone, for saying that we're both visible. Wow, look at this. I see a stormtrooper there. Is that Ed the Duck? You got a duck wizard? You're going to have to say what some of these things are, Tony.
Plenty of Judge Dredd. Duck Form, the
Ah,
film.
got it. Very nice.
Okay, there's a lot of Judge Dredd stuff. Mecha Godzilla
Neck.
and a few Godzilla bits, and then the Star Trek.
No Will Wheaton, I can see, Tony. Got something going on there we need to sort out.
Yeah, sadly, no Will Wheaton bits, but and I haven't got a cuddly dog, but I've got a cuddly Godzilla.
Oh, yay! I can just about see the corner of Godzilla. Very
All right.
nice.
Can you see him now?
Yes. Oh, hello, Godzilla. We need to do a cuddly toys edition, clearly.
Yeah, a cuddly toy fest by the looks of it.
Absolutely. Oh, Tony, it's good to see you. What were your plans this week?
Just carrying on doing some more painting as usual.
Sounds
This
good.
world tremor allows me.
Say again?
I said if the tremor allows me to do
Yeah.
some painting.
Yes. Well, let's pray to the Emperor for a bit of, serenity in the limbs to allow you to paint what you need to paint.
Yeah, as you know, I've got plenty in the loft that needs painting.
I know. I'm worried about you going up in the loft, Tony. Make sure you do it before, at a good moment. Is it stairs or a ladder?
Yeah, I've got stairs to go up, and
Okay.
it's not me legs actually, it's me hands and arms that tremor a bit, as you can see, because I'm shaking there because I'm trying to hold the phone.
Oh,
But
well,
that's life.
it is life, and I'm so grateful that, you get to join us. I think the tremor adds to our experience of you, Tony.
Wobbly can. That's what we can call it.
This must be what it's like when you have to communicate through the eye of, you're trying to communicate on both sides of the warp. It's just part and
That's
parcel
it.
of the universe.
It's warp disturbance. That's what it is.
Exactly. Well, really, really lovely to see you, mate. And I'm sure we'll chat briefly next week. Oh, we lost sound again. Well, I'll say, oh,
Okey-doke.
okay. We'll see you soon, Tony. Take care. Lovely to see you.
Bye.
Oh, I mean, Haribo says, I want a cuddly Godzilla. Kent says, we can see and hear Tony. Brilliant stuff. Molly, yes, I've got a star chin. I'm doing everyone a favor to cover up a ridiculously scary spot. Yingir says, who doesn't have a grey pile at home? Yes, so perhaps we will look at going back to fighting fantasy if people are missing that. We'll also look at getting some people into chat. I don't know if we could do half and half session, but we'll figure something out. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so just check the email See if anybody else. Okay. We will give dear Liam a bit of grace and he can pop in next week if he'd like. An update on my reading. I am currently reading Lord of the Lance by the amazing Graham McNeil, who has, I mean, there's unicorns in there. There is Pegasus in there. There are zombies in there. You can't have everything, but it's old world Warhammer. It's really good. I've actually got it on my phone, which is a very different reading experience, but it's not bad. I think I just prefer the paperbacks, especially if I know I'm going to be discussing them. I just finished the Primarch's novels. Wow. So reflections on the Primarch novel. Reflection cracked. I think some of you seen my short video about that. Very shocking. We get a whole chunk in the book about Ferrus Manus. I think maybe the first and last time we get like a Ferrus Manus centered book in the Heresy. We get a whole story about Alfarius and Omegan. Now I don't know what the flip is going on with the Alpha Legion. They're all over the place, betraying not only everybody, but also each other. Who else? There's a fourth story, and I've just discussed this with the amazing Christian Dunn, and he really took us back to some behind the scenes processes at the Black Library and how all that worked. So I'm super excited for you all to get to see that interview next week. Dartharus could be quite fun to do a hobby corner. We can all yell conflicting commands at you as you attempt to build and paint a kit. That's what we normally do, isn't it? Breaks for other stuff in between fighting fantasy books would be my preference. Jim, speak more on that. Are you thinking of like we do a whole fighting fantasy book and then we have a break and we do other stuff? Ferrus Manus day off. Hello, Full Metal Monkey. Welcome to the chat. Gosh, but I thought I might like Ferrus Manus, and the short story which had him in it made him incredibly merciless. And I didn't realize that the Iron Hands hate anybody who's fleshy. Like if you don't have cybernetic bits, they think you're all rubbish. So that was a bit sad to read. Why can't I remember the fourth short story? Where are my notes? The author referred to her notebook. The Lion. How could we forget Lionel Del Ricci? The Mark of Nurgle. I forgot to ask him about the Mark of Nurgle. That's the first time I've seen the Mark of Nurgle given in a heresy book. 3 dots, apparently. The Order of the Dragon. That was covered in that. And at the end of this short story in the Primarch's novel, the Lion doesn't trust Guilliman. Nobody trusts anybody in the whole heresy. It's awful. Fourth short is the Lion running into Typhus and being a bastard. Yeah, they're pretty much all bastards in the Primarchs. Very distressing. Haribo, I'm still confused by the Twin Alpha Legion Primarch thing. Are they counted as one Primarch? Seems disrespectful to twins. I agree. Jim says every Chaos God has a mark. I was thinking if you had a pattern to lay over the figure. Whoa, that's getting into expert territory. That's a great tip. Ferris was killed off first for a reason, says Ngia. That tracks. It makes sense. I expect you're right. I expect you're right. So I was going to show you this panel I'm in. I was going to show you something else about me. Let's see if I can share the screen. Okay. So next Saturday, I don't know how that looks on YouTube. Does that look really odd? Well, I won't be able to look at it while I'm in here. Next Saturday, there is a convention called Games Transformed. It's very politicized, activist type convention. And I'm appearing on an indie wargaming channel with Annie Norman from Bad Squidoo. Yay! We love Annie. Hate Club, which is Hate Club is Hackney area tabletop enthusiasts. It's not like a Nazi group or anything. And I used to game there in real life before lockdown, and Ian introduced me to that club. So Ian really is my origin story. And then Ben Rose and Mike Hutchinson. I think Ben is a hobbyist and Mike is a game designer. The culmination of our day is a miniatures workshop where participants will build, paint, and make rules for their miniature before taking part in a cooperative Nazi squishing tournament in the evening. Now, let me tell you, when I was asked to do this panel, no one said anything about playing a game until 10:15 at night, let alone painting and assembling my own minis. So I will talk to the rest of the panel, but I don't know if I will last till 10:15 at night, even if it is a Saturday night. Don't want to don't rain on my parade. That's the wrong melody, but don't want to ruin anyone's night, but I'm not sure I'll make it through to the end. I'm merely you know, I'm very yeah, I can't even speak. I get tired early, like my bedtime is 10 o'clock. Also, I'm quite scared. I know there will be lots of hate people there. Looks like you're the headliner. Well, losing Liam, I would love to be. I'm such a little diva. I've got a little I'm such a little egotistical bastard. But that's just made me think, where's my well inspector mini? Because if I'm taking any mini to be painted, it should be my well inspector mini. What did I do with him? Oh God, please say I haven't lost the well inspector. Anyway, I'll try and take the well inspector mini. It annoys me that the Dark Angels books have characterized the lion as slow to anger and slow to forgive, uber stoic and fairly sensible. The Black Library books make him explosively volatile. Well, you know, people can change over millennium. Dartharus says, we're now hobby and tabletop enthusiasts because we've moved to Wood Green. Do you have a Mordheim warband? I don't, but I do have. I think I've shown these so many times before. I've got a bunch of cats from Annie, so I could do a cat warband, couldn't I? Is the event being live streamed? No, it's not. I could try and do some filming from there, but my live filming from a location is generally just me and my iPhone. Diva based. I don't ever think I'll be headlining anything in the Warhammer Black Library verse. My whole thing is about I'm hosting that panel because I am nosy as anything, and one of my favorite things is finding out how creatives get the muse, how they come up with their ideas and then make them become a thing. So I'm quite happy to be just the person like basically getting to talk about all and everything. That makes me happy. Yeah, I get this weird, like warm, fuzzy, happy, buzzing feel when someone shares their experiences with me, especially around a creation or a pivotal moment in their career, their hobby career. I like feels like my body's humming, like when you're little and you're riding a bike and it's sunny and you can hear the back wheel going. Vroom. It's the best feeling ever. So very, very grateful. Also, I don't know if any of you noticed, but Dan Abnett reposted one of my stories on Instagram today. She's very excited about. So thank you all so much for joining along this evening. We've had some lovely people to chat to. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Tony, Gary, and Paul, much, much, much appreciated. So lovely to see you in real life. We got doggies on the channel, cuddly doggies. How good is that? And yeah, I'm sorry if the vibe is weird tonight. We haven't had a science fact, mostly because Will's not here. And I'm sure I've forgotten a celebrity birthday today. Apologies, but this diva is having a rough week. So please, please, please send thoughts and prayers. And we're going to need resilience this month. It's always fun. I know, Nige, so lovely to see you too. It's so sad because we're at 55 minutes in, 36 people are watching now, and we're going to say goodnight. But I have a friend, my friend's little sister is staying, so I have to try and clean my whole house and try and finish some Trench Crusade work and change some bedding and get some sleep so I can get up super early tomorrow to do some, hang out some clothes and stuff. Ugh. Real life. This is why we hide in the universes of fantasy and science fiction. Anyway, oh, hi, Jake. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jake. We start at 8 o'clock UK time. Hopefully you'll see us next week. Lovely stream. Thank you, Alex. Take care of yourself in the hot outside. Thank you, Aztec. Thank you, Limo. You're a star. I'm a real star. Chin up. I will look after myself. You look after yourself too. We don't have well Inspector Minis yet, but somebody has created an printable file. So the Quaker phrase is to hold a person up to the light. Sometimes I think I should be a Quaker just to have a community that would take care of me. Martin, it's okay, been short but lovely. Good night, Martin. Good night, Nige. Looking forward to chatting and about your songs. Dartharus, if the horrors persist, then so shall you. Yes, well, good night from me and Forrest, the best bunny in the land. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, we'll see you next Sunday. Look out for the Christian Dunn interview, which will be coming soon. And yeah, stay in touch. Get yourself a Mirror Manga YouTube membership. If you join the Patreon, I think you can join the Discord. Yeah, and have a lovely, lovely weekend, friends.